Just a couple of minutes while people.
Tonight. Oh, okay. Can you hear me now? Stephanie muted me and then unmuted me. Let me see. Let's see.
Apparently, I didn't want you to talk. I guess I don't know. That's my fault.
Okay, let's see. Unmute Mike. Okay, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear? It's always some sort of technical difficulty, right? We should call it Technical Tuesdays with Tiffany because there's always something crazy going on. Okay, people are popping on. All right, welcome to Tuesday Night Live. It is it's May 26th, 2026, and I'm so glad that you're here. We've had such a busy, last month, right? Stephanie and I went to China for 2 weeks. We had a great trip. We found lots of cool stuff. And then I was at the NAMTA show in St. Louis last week, and that was super fun. I met some really, really great people, some store owners, all of you. Thank you for supporting your small stores, and all the gals and guys who showed up for the St. Louis NAMTA show. That was awesome. We had a great time. They got a sneak peek of all the new stuff that's coming. Well, you guys did too, because you're Tuesday Tribe people, and you guys always get the first sneak peek. All right. So since you didn't hear me before, if you're popping on, make sure you say hello, tell us where you're from, what your favorite product is, something like that. And that gets you into the feed, into the comment feed. The more you comment, the higher your chances of winning. Stephanie's going to draw a name out of the feed before the end of the live at 5:30 and or whenever we finish, I guess. And that winner will get a $25 gift certificate. If you're new to Tuesday Night Live, I'd love to hear your questions. All you have to do to ask me a question is type the word question in all caps or type a bunch of question marks, and Stephanie is watching the feed for that, and then she will get in my ear and tell me whatever questions that you might have for me. So what I want to start with tonight is this. What is this? This is the white side is very bright. This is the I guess, Mac Daddy of crushable and stuffable. So I'm always talking about how stuffable our creative cases are, right? Well, my husband's getting ready to go on a new boat trip, and he needed this under bed storage box that I had that had blankets and sheets in it. And quite frankly, I had forgotten that it was under there. And I thought, oh, well, I need to get those out of there anyway. I'll give you the box, and I will put the stuff that's in the box in my creative case number 1, so I can put it in the closet or back under that bed in the guest room. Well, I didn't think about it. I know sheets will fit in here really easily. Full set of king size sheets will fit in the creative case number 1. But check this out. These are queen size sheets. So look, it's starting to grow as I open. But I have got, that is a queen size flat sheet. That is 1 pillowcase. That is 2 pillowcases. This is a queen size fitted sheet. 2 more pillowcases. But look what else fit in there. This is a fully plush, giant queen size blanket, and it all fit in here and compacted down. So if you are ready to put away your flannel sheets or your winter comforters or that type of thing, check out the creative case number 1, because you will be shocked and amazed at how much stuff you can put in there. Zip it closed, no bugs, no dust, in the bedroom where you need it, all the things. You're going to love it. Okay. First round of questions tonight came from the blog post and email that I sent out. We have a few things on. Okay. Yeah, Stephanie's got a question. Julie, yes, powder puff inks, which I'm glad you asked. Thank you, Julie, for asking. She wants to know about the powder puff inks, how to store them, what to store them in. I'm glad you asked because I didn't show you guys this with my powder puff inks, right? So this, look how cute that is. This is 6 of the P boxes, and I have created this little shelf so that they were open and accessible, right? So the P, basic box P, right? They fit this way as well. But what Julie is actually, I believe, talking about, I have to leave my little zone here and get a created case number 3. If I am correct, I don't know if I have one right here because created case number 3, the catch-all carrier. Well, maybe it's 4 that I need though. Let me look. I think it's 3 though. Pulling this in memory. So what she is asking about is how to store your powder puff inks, chalking inks. So I got a brand new one of these. Let me get it all unfolded and unzipped. So I think, I hope this is the right one. It might be the number 4. Let's see. Let's see what happens. So I'm just disconnecting these. No, it's this. It is this one. The number 3. Now, while I'm talking about this, just an easy way to remember what things are is if you, and Stephanie's going to throw some links up, and I tried to give her all the links I was going to talk about tonight, but I don't know if I gave her this one. Create a case. So this is what we call our product information grid, and it lists all the products in the line and gives you the dimensions and some of the things they work with. So this is the, okay, she's putting in the chat right now. So this is the number 3. And I can take all 6 of these P boxes that I was using on my shelf with my powder puff inks. Now, I think each one is going to hold 6. I'm going to fill one up and make sure that that's 6. I'm giving you the correct information here. I think it's 6. Yes, 2, 4, 6. Each one is going to hold 6, and I believe you can get 6 in there. Oh, so I want to show you what I did there. Okay, so there's 6 boxes in here. If you try to put them in across like this, it's harder. But so the easier way to put all 6 of them in is to put them in and then leave a space right there that doesn't look like this is going to fit, but it is. So now you can get all 6 boxes in. So if you want to store them in a bag, you need the created case number 3, which is this one, which is on sale this week because it is part of our travel sale. So it is great for your powder puff inks, and you can buy the, and I think there's a bundle actually, even maybe Stephanie could look for that bundle. I believe there's a bundle in the created case or maybe in bundles, Stephanie, that has all 6 boxes and the bundle. So if you are looking for a perfect way to sort, store, organize, and travel with your powder puff inks, this is it. And as you saw, if you have space and you want to leave things out when you're at home, you can take those boxes out of the case and store them on your shelf, either straight or stacked up, kind of like I did. So you make a little shelf. It was super cute, very functional for those inks as well. So Stephanie will find link. Oh my gosh, they're so fun to work with. And I guess you other gals can chime in. I'll go this way again so you can see I'm stealing a play out of Stephanie's book here as I go to my upper camera. So they are made by Quick Quotes, and they are called Powder Puff Chalking Inks. And they, I don't know, they're just awesome. They're great for like chalking the edges of something, getting that distressed look. I mean, they really, once you start using them, you will be a huge fan, I promise. I mean, they are so much fun to work with. So yes, definitely. Oh, Stephanie put the link for the bundle. So if you need the boxes and the bag, the bundle price is, they're bundled together, and I think there's a deal on it. I don't know. I don't remember, but I think it's a deal. I think you should buy that bundle. Then you get everything you need. Boom. But they're great. They're really wonderful to work with. Maybe look up some videos online. They're made by Quick Quotes. They're called Powder Puff Chalking Inks. Oh, there's one sticking out. So great, super simple, easy way to store them. Let's stash that right there for the minute. Okay, so thanks for asking that question, because I forgot about the little shelf of them. Okay, next thing, when I was talking about travel, I talked about using the perfect pouch bundle for travel, and I got a question. I said you could do this with it, and then it transforms into this. And the question was, I don't really understand. What do you mean it transforms? It's the same thing. So this is all set up for getting on the airplane, right? I've got my earbuds. I've got hand lotion, chapstick, eye drops in this first one. I'll have my ID, my cell phones, stuff like that in this little guy. And then inside the big one. So one of the great things about traveling with this is how flat it is. So if you're sliding it under a seat, it's not like sliding in a big backpack or something, but everything is really accessible, right? So when you look at it from the top, I can pull all the things that are in there out really easily, right? It's all vertical. You know, that's my favorite thing about organizing, right? Is keeping things vertical. So I could clip all the pouches to the front. I didn't need to for this trip. Everything I wanted to take with me fit. But scissors, adhesive, ruler, and you know, if you travel, you can take up to 4-inch scissors, and that's from the, now please verify this on TSA website, but I'm almost 100% sure I'm giving you the right information. 4 inches from the top of the blade to the bottom of the blade, you can take it. As a matter of fact, Stephanie and I she had scissors with her on our last trip, and they let her through with them. They didn't let her through with her phone charger battery though. So her power bank, they didn't let her have that. So I've just got those in there. And then this, I've got colored pencils and a coloring book and a little journal that I'll work on while I'm traveling, a notebook. And of course, I've got my favorite travel blanket, right? So everything I need while I'm on the plane is right here. And because the things on the front aren't stuffed in there, I can get to my earbuds, my chapstick, hand lotion, my wallet, my phone. Everything's very easy to get to. Okay, so that makes sense. This is how you're going to travel organized, right? When you getting on a plane, train, automobile, even in your car. I mean, think about opening this up in your car. So one of the unique things about our pouches is our features like this. The lid opens all the way back on the large pouch and the small square pouch. So if this is in the car next to you, again, you're pulling things in and out vertically instead of digging down into some kind of tote bag, right? So the question though is, how does this transform into the beach bag, which is what I talked about in the blog post. So when you get to the hotel or wherever you're going, you don't necessarily need to be hauling around your busy work for the plane. And that's when this turns into a beach bag. So if you're going to the beach or the pool while you're on vacation, you're going to find it really spacious enough for everything you need. I've got water. I've got sunscreen. I've got a book. Happens to be my mother's book. If you haven't read it, it's a great book. All in one bag. And then on the front, I've got my wallet, my phone, my money, my hotel room key, my glasses. And in here, I have sunglasses in the front, but I have readers in here. So I used my cash pouch in here for readers. So now I'm all ready to go to the beach or the pool or wherever. And then the beautiful thing about this is, now I'm going to go to overhead again. I've used all these extra rings on here, right? They come in a little pack like this, and I just like it. You can connect things shorter and tighter. I just like the way it looks with all the little extra rings, and it gives me all this other flexibility. So when I'm at the beach or the pool or wherever I am, and I want to leave my towel and my book, I'm going to disconnect these rings from each side, and really simple, I think, if I got my fingernails stuck in there. What are you hung up on there? Oh, on the very edge. Okay, so I'm going to just disconnect this piece. Now I have my glasses, my wallet ready to go, and I'll just take my strap off the big bag, put it on this, and now I've got this nice little crossbody that I can take with me. So when I say transform, I mean you can use it in so many different ways. So when you have this, don't think about it as just your airplane travel bag. Think about it as, when I get to my destination, how am I going to move around? How am I going to do my activities? And then you can mash up the bags in so many different ways for what you need. Sunglasses, room key, chapstick, wallet, whatever it is. And if you're going to any events while you're there that require a clear bag, this is the bag you can see through, and it's going to get in with no problem to most events. So all the different pieces, think about how they combine together. So many different ways to use them. All those things are on the website. And Stephanie, I did not give her a link to this, but she could probably find it. But all of these items are on the travel sale. So if you go to collections and click on travel sale, also Stephanie's going to throw a link in as well to the travel sale. They're going to have that. Hey, the other thing, this was my mistake on the travel sale. I put up, and I have not corrected it because I just realized it as I was getting ready for today, is that I said the number 3 was the best bag for this, right? Let's go to overhead again. Let's see. So this bag, which I leave kind of messy, I just leave all these things in it. This is the best bag for, you can see it fits almost perfectly all of these different types of travel size shampoo, conditioner, hairspray, whatever it is, dry hairspray. I've got some Q-tips in there. Downy, like anti-wrinkle. It's all in there, wrinkle eraser, right? So I have my toothbrush holder in there. When I get home from a trip, this just goes in the drawer, right? So all of these things, again, this is the number 4. And I think I said it was the number 3 in the blog post, but all of the basic stuff that you just maybe keep all the time fits perfectly in this. So whether you're going on a road trip, a train trip, a plane, you're throwing it in your suitcase, you want to make sure you have everything all the time, all your basics right here. And then the tiny traveler is the one I use just for cosmetics. So like basic, eyeshadow, mascara, blah, blah, blah. Some makeup brushes in there. So tiny traveler is great for things that I don't always take, right? I have to pull this out of my cosmetic drawer to use it. And then the number 4, right? Am I saying that right? The number 4, this is the number 3. I got it backwards. This is 4. This is 3. You see how confused I can get? I usually write the numbers on everything so I know. This is perfect for brushes, combs, and curling irons or flat irons while you're traveling. So another just kind of basic essential. And then I had one comment where someone said, you can't put a whole outfit in the number 2 case. And I'm going to say, yes, you can. So this is the number 2 creative case. There's a awesome bundle deal on this in the travel deals. You get 5 of them for $49.99. That's just $10 a piece. They're great for lots and lots of things. But here I have one outfit. I've got jewelry in a little Ziploc bag here. I've got my blouse, my intimates, jeans, right? Not a small pair of jeans, not jean shorts, not a little jean skirt, but full on jeans, belt, real shoes, right? Everything in there. What's the value of packing this way? You know, and I know that we mostly set up our outfits before we travel on our bed, right? Shoes, jewelry, shirts, pants, whatever it is, they're all set up in an outfit. And then when you put them all into your suitcase, they don't stay in outfits. You've got your socks and underwear and bras here, and pants and shirts. And so then you have to rummage through your suitcase and remember, which things you brought to go with which things. Or you could take everything that's in that little pile on your bed, put it all into one, create a case number 2, zip it up and throw it in your suitcase. Here's the other thing. I usually recommend this for kids, but you can just as well do it for an adult. Take your tag, and you might write on the tag or make a little tag that says whatever that's for, especially if you're going to something special, a wedding or something like that. But one side clean, one side dirty. And so when it's dirty, you just put the dirty tag up, and then it stays in your suitcase, all your dirty things ready to go. When you get home, you pull them out and throw everything in the laundry. really great if you're traveling with kids. So you hand them their Monday outfit, and Monday, at the end of the day, they take their Monday outfit off, they put it back in their Monday pocket, they put their PJs on, they flip their tab, they give it back to you. Bob's your uncle, and your life is easy and everything stays organized, and it's also fun for kids. So the travel stuff on sale this week, I think through Sunday. Take a look at the blog post. I think I did a little video about it, but everything you need for summer travel season right around the corner is on sale this week. Okay, any questions? Okay, Stephanie just dropped the sale link again. Next, okay, Steph has questions. Oh, somebody is asking about the 1-inch store and go bag. And if you're unfamiliar with that, that was a bag that we did in the TT brand that held small punches and stamps. And I will just say that everything from the TT brand is under consideration for something we might make. That particular bag, whoever asked that question, if you can put in the feed, what do you want to put in there? Because I might have a really great solution for you, but it depends what you want to put in the 1-inch store and go bag. So Stephanie, if you can watch for that in the feed, that'd be great. Okay, next question. What can I use for adhesive storage? I love the number 3 store and go bag for adhesive storage with 1 or 2 of the F boxes in it. So I'm going to have to empty out my number 3. Number 3 is the long skinny one, right? I got to check my own. Yeah, number 3. Okay. So number 3, this is the one that we also did the powder puff inks in, right? So this is going to work with the F basic box, F like Frank. I'm going to do this one. So here's F like Frank. It's going to fit right in there. I have this F box loaded up with washi tape. Loaded up with washi tape. When your stuff is that low, you can actually put a second F box in there and you're good to go. So for adhesives, depending on what you're putting in, what types, what size, this is probably going to be a great solution for all kinds of basic adhesives. Tape runner type adhesives for sure are going to fit in there really, really nicely. And whether you go with 1 F drawer or 2, depending on what it is. So if we're talking about tape runners, those are going to fit really great in there. If you're looking for all types of adhesives, you want to have kind of an adhesive kit, then I'm going to recommend, and let's see if I have one down here, looking at the, I thought I did for sure. Looking at the tag-along tote. This is the 9x4, the tag-along tote number 2. Right? I like to fold this front part down and give myself a little working space here in this front pocket. But all different kinds, type, heights, sizes, shapes of adhesives are going to fit in the tag-along tote number 2, right? So this is the 9x4. And you can move the... Oh, yeah, right here. Yeah, I guess that's a good question. If you're traveling with your adhesives or you're storing them at home is going to be the question. So this is basic box A. I'm going to talk about these because I had another question about them come in via email. But this is basic box A, and I've got all those adhesive rolls. Now, I've also got adhesives here. I'm going to go overhead again. So I have got this, I believe, is the basic box M. Yep. So I've got M and I've got 2 P boxes clipped inside my M box, right? That's why these are standing up straight. Right. So I just took my creative connector tool, connected 2 P boxes. It keeps everything sorted, stored, organized, orderly, all the things. There's some pop dots there, red liner tape, and then of course some tape runners. So if you're working from home all the time, this is a great way to do this because you can just do what I just did. You need all kinds of adhesive for almost any project. Well, now you can pull it right off your shelf and bring it to your workspace. You can do them in, so this is the M box. So if you're going to connect another box to this, it would be N or O. If you want to go a little bit taller, you could go A, B, or C and connect them together and kind of create the same thing. So travel, home, either way. Now, and then Stephanie does have, if you could put up the basic box product grid also, I want to bring something else to your attention. You may already have the product grids. You may have already printed them. I want you to look at your product grids and look at the bottom. On this particular product grid, the last update was January 9th of this year, and it has my initials TS because I'm the one who updated it. So if you have a different date or no date at the very bottom of your product grid, you may have an older version. We try to keep them updated and current with different things and the way they work with different products. So Stephanie put up another link. Download it, print it, or download it and save it to your desktop or your phone, whatever, but it just gives you a great resource for knowing what goes with what. Okay. Okay, we have a question about different size embossing folders. Woo woo! And that is what I'm going to talk about next. Not necessarily different size embossing folders, but I'm going to combine that with another question that I got from Jamie Knispel or Nispel. I'm not sure how you pronounce her last name, but Jamie's asking a similar question. She says, I have all these different size pockets. What do I do? Like I have 4x6 and 5x7 and 9x6, different brands, different sizes, different shapes. So what do I do? How do I corral and contain these? And you guys are going to get tired of hearing me say this today, but basic boxes. So right here, I have basic boxes A, B, and C. Okay, so A, B, and C are 4 inches tall and accommodate 9x6, 9x6, 6x6, 5x7, 4x6. M, N, and O similarly accommodate the same sizes of boxes. These are 3 inches wide and 4 inches tall. M, N, and O are 4 inches wide and 3 inches tall. So depending on where you're putting them, that might be the defining factor. I'm going to work with A, B, and C for the sake of the conversation today. So these work great anywhere, on a shelf, in a drawer, in your cart, and you can configure them to work with any size product. So I'm going to turn them this way, and I'm going to start pulling boxes out. Now, one of the things about these is that they work best, especially the 4-inch ones because they're a narrower base, when you connect them together. So you're going to use your creative connector, and depending on the dimensions of your space, that is how you're going to determine where and how they fit. And I'm going to ask Stephanie to put up a link right now to the blog post that has the printable product templates. So Stephanie made us a bunch of templates, one for every box that you can print, cut, and use in your space. So if you're working inside a drawer or you're working inside a craft cart or you're working on a shelf, you can print those templates. And I would recommend that you print at least 2, but probably 3 of each set and cut them out so you have everything you need when you get started. You don't have to go back or guess. But this allows you to lay out the templates and then so you know exactly what fits in your space. Okay. Side note, spider webbing again. So I have the ABC, which are similar to MNO if you look at the product grid. Okay. These are going to work with most of your pocket sizes, and how you connect them together and use them is going to be dependent on your space. So I'm going to start with A, which is the biggest one, right? And this is designed to work with 9x6 pockets, and it will even go a little bit bigger. So if you have a pocket that's bigger than 9x6, whether it's dies and stamps or stencils or sewing things, they're going to fit in there, and you're going to create this file. And if you need more file space, you're just going to take a second box in that size and clip it together. Now, again, these could be facing front ways, this way, on your shelf, and you can pull them like this, or you can put them this way and fill that shelf back to front, label the front, and pull them out like this. But you can combine different sizes, so you're not stuck with just connecting 4x6s to 4x6s or 5x7s or whatever it is, right? So you can connect the different sizes, and then it doesn't matter what size embossing folders you have. If they're 4x6 embossing folders, connect a 4x6 box, and then you also might have 5x7 embossing folders, which I don't think I have on this shelf. But you could do your 5x7 embossing folders, but you've got the stamps that fit in 5x7. Well, here, I got different size pockets here too, okay? Wait, I just need to stick on 5x7. Okay, so 5x7 pockets, 5x7. 6x6 pockets also fit in the 5x7. Here I'm messing up my whole system again, right? All the way back to 9x6. So my suggestion to you, Jamie, is to figure out where you want to organize these things. Are they going on a shelf? Are they going in a drawer? Are they going in a tote? How do you access them most easily? And then figure out your space using those templates. But you can put your small envelopes or your small pockets, medium pockets, large pockets, all in one complete section just by working with and connecting together your basic boxes. Now, you can do them, go overhead here. You can connect them this way as well, right? You don't necessarily have to. I got kind of a mess here. See if I can get this more in the screen. They're just too big for my little screen. So you can connect them long ways and across. You can put two together or just go, big, all the same size together. But you really can configure the basic boxes. In those three are going to be your best choices: ABC or MNO. MNO, yes, to get 4x6, 5x7, 6x6. At 9x6, even a little bit bigger than 9x6. And that's going to fit almost all of your die stamp stencils. Even if you have 8x8 stencils, you're going to be able to stand those up. Let me see if I can grab an 8x8 pocket here in that 9x6 box, which is the benefit to actually using the 4-inch over the 3-inch. Now, once you get enough of them connected together, I would say 3, then the height of the box isn't as important. But you can see, right, look, just ding, ding, ding. I can see everything. I've got everything labeled. Everything's accessible. Again, it can go on a shelf. It could go in a drawer. It could even go in a tote. If you are someone who stores all your things in, like big plastic Rubbermaid type totes, you can put these right into the tote and create the perfect organization divider system in there where everything is standing straight up. It's really easy and you can see it all. This one, another kind of a weirder size of pocket, right? So these are just these little small pockets. We used to make them. Somebody still makes them. Avery L, I think, also made something similar. But I've got in the A box, I've got 2 sets of them side by side. So you're going to find that when you're organizing with the basic boxes, that is A, right? Yeah. When you're organizing with the basic boxes, that they are designed around the things that we are using for crafting. So 4x6, 5x7, 6x6, 9x6, 8x8, they're all going to find a home there. And because the boxes put everything straight up and down, it's easy to label, it's easy to file. You know how I feel about vertical. So hopefully, Stephanie says, okay, so Stephanie, she's got some questions about when are we coming out with the new boxes. Lots of you saw my video about organizing your shoes, specifically sandals, with basic boxes, but they only fit up to size 7.5. So the question is, when are we getting more? And the samples of those box sizes and designs should arrive at my office by the end of this week. I hope. Things are kind of slow, but by the end of this week. But we will be releasing those new basic box sizes. Boy, they'll probably be the next thing that we release because we've had so much demand for them since I did the Organize Your Shoes video. And if you haven't seen that, I think it's probably on our YouTube channel. Maybe Steph, you could throw up a link to our YouTube channel or maybe even that video. I'm going to tell you what else I did with the basic boxes. I don't know if you didn't see the produce drawer organization, and it is silly. You think I don't need to organize my produce, but I'm telling you, putting the basic boxes in your produce drawer so things don't roll to the back is awesome. And here's the other thing. Things like onions and garlic and that kind of stuff makes a mess in your produce drawer. Well, when you throw it into a basic box in there, you can just unclip that one box that had the onions in it, dump it out, and rinse it out and put it back in. It's not like having to take every single thing out of your produce drawer and to clean up the onions peels that are rolling all around or the dirt off the potatoes or whatever it is that's in there that's making a mess. You just pull out that one section, clean it, whatever, you're good to go. I don't even put things like I put green onions in there. I put cilantro in there. You're going to see my little video. Stephanie will throw up a link to it. But anywhere that you need some organization, your basic box, your creative connector tool, and the basic boxes are probably a solution that is going to work. Yeah, and we've had so much demand for them. You're going to see a lot. You're going to see a lot of different sizes and shapes that work kind of all over your house, which brings me to, what time is it, Stephanie? Am I going to go over again here? No, I already went over. I'm already 8 minutes over. So much for drawing out 5:30. Brings me to the Home Organization Challenge. The Home Organization Challenge is going to start on Tuesday, June 16th, right here. And we are going to go work through your house in 16 weeks, just tidying things up. It's more important than tidying things up. We are going to work through establishing systems that really work for your home. So when we started on this, we talked to some marketing people and said, how are we going to market this? How are we going to get the word out? And they said to us, sell the dream, sell the Pinterest pantry and the Instagram closet and the matching labels and the beautiful bins and the pantry with all the little boxes that are all lined up. And Stephanie and I looked at each other and looked at them and said, you're fired. That's what we're against. We're against Pinterest and Instagram and the perfection of those things because that's not real. That isn't real at all. What's real is being able to come home and put your groceries away without having to think about the system that's there, to have such a smooth, easy transition that you don't have to think about whether or not you're matching this and you're matching that or all going together or stacking up the right way. What our goal is to help you get organized in a way that makes your life easier, not more complicated or more cumbersome. And we went through this when we were looking at products on our trip, and we saw some really cool things like, drawer organizers for your socks, where every pair of socks has its own little compartment. And that seems amazing, right? That's going to look amazing, but are you really going to do it? Do you really want to take the extra 2 minutes that you need to get out the door on Tuesday morning to put your socks in little holes? No. It works on Pinterest, it works on Instagram, but it doesn't work in real life. And so that is what the Home Organization Challenge is about, how to establish systems. And everybody's different. Some people are going to have a Pinterest pantry or an Instagram closet. I think that's amazing. And if you love it and the time that it takes to keep it looking that way is something that you have, and that is also how you want to spend your time, invest your time, that's great. But the vast majority of people just need a system that works, especially if you're dealing with kids and jobs and dogs and cats and all the things. And that's our goal in the Home Organization Challenge. So I wrote this book, Before the Bins. This is what you need to read before you buy any bins. This is going to help you on that mental path that you need to follow to find your stuff and set up those systems. It is available on our website. Stephanie will throw up a link. If you buy it on our website, it's going to come from us and signed, and we will write a personal inscription. There's the details there if you want a personal inscription. If we have a history together, maybe I know you from shows or classes or other things, I would love to include that in the inscription, but you'll need to send me a reminder email. Oh, that's in there, all about there. If you rather have an e-reader or get it from Amazon, which is the fastest way to get it, if you're getting it from me, it's going to take a little longer. It's available on Amazon as well, and there's a link there also. I would say the e-reader is nice because you have it instantly, but this is something that you might want a hard copy of. Maybe get it on e-reader and then decide, oh yeah, I'm also going to get a hard copy. I've done that. Actually, I do it a lot. I read a book and I'm like, oh, I'd really like to highlight and keep that and tag it. But it is probably something that you're going to want to write notes in. There is going to be a workbook that goes along with it. So available on our website and available on Amazon. All the links are in the link Stephanie sent you. You do not have to buy the book to take the challenge. You will find great value in the challenge. You will be able to get all the things done that we're doing in the challenge without buying the book. But the book is going to help give you a foundation and maybe understand some of the concepts and ideas that I'm talking about in the challenge. So it's definitely very helpful. I think it's $9.99 for e-reader. It's $14.99, I think, Amazon. It's $19.99. There's a little coupon code you can get when you sign up for the challenge that'll give you a discount on it on our website. Why is it more expensive on the website was the next question. It's more expensive on the website because if you buy it from Amazon, they're going to print it and ship it from Amazon. But if you buy it from our website, I have to have it printed and shipped and sent to me. Then I have to sign it if that's what you want. And then I have to put it in another mailer and take it to the post office and pay shipping on it and ship it to you. All that is included. There's no additional shipping on our website, but that's why it costs more on the website than it does on Amazon. It's not, there's nothing, going on there that's crazy. It's just that there's more steps like an envelope, a bubble mailer, and a label and postage, the more important thing to get it to you from me. So before the bins, available on Amazon and our website, it is going to help you get your mind around all the things we're talking about in the Home Organization Challenge. You don't know how excited I am about this, right? Like I taught the Get Organized Challenge for years. I loved it. It was really, really fun. I felt, and if you have taken the Get Organized Challenge and you're in the chat, maybe you could put something in there about if you took it, why you liked it and what worked for you. But my goal is to help you get organized in your home, like it was to help you get organized in your craft room, so that you can enjoy everything about your life even more, right? It just, when you're well organized and you have good systems, finding things and doing things is so much easier. I mean, there's just so many, there's so many benefits to it, but it isn't for everybody. Everybody doesn't think the same way that I do. Heck, I'm married to a man who after 20 years still doesn't understand how I think, but it really can help in the process. Okay, I'm ranting, but I'm so excited. All right, any other questions, staff, before you tell me who the winner is and we'll make the big announcement? Do I recommend using the scrap rack still is a question. 100%. 100%. There is nothing better for organizing everything at your fingertips. It is visible, it is accessible, it is portable, it is expandable, or was expandable. I think it still is, because you can buy stuff at scrapbook.com for the scrap rack. I know if you were a fly on the wall at every conversation that Stephanie and I have about product development, that comes up in every conversation. What are we going to do that is going to work as well and like the scrap rack? And there's some issues around the scrap rack, which is why we haven't done it at this moment. There's some intellectual property and those kind of things, some legal things about it. But I still have mine. I actually have multiples of them. I still think it's the best way to combine and conquer all of your stuff. But that is something that we are working on. Like what other option can we come up with? So yeah, 100%. All right. Any other questions, Steph? All right. I think we got all the questions answered. So Stephanie's going to do a little drum roll and pick a winner. And the winner is Donna Harrington. So congratulations, Donna. If you would just reach out to Barb, B-A-R-B, at theorganizedoption.com and let her know that you are the winner from the Get Organized Challenge, she will get a $25 gift certificate to our website ready and sent out to you so you can shop away with your 25 bucks. Yeah, so okay, next Tuesday, are we doing a Tuesday live next Tuesday? I don't know. Watch for a post. Definitely the 16th. Is that going to be 3 weeks from today? I think it is. Definitely the 16th. There's some other things going on. I'm not sure if I'm going to be in town, but we'll start the 16th with the organized challenge. Oh, one other thing. The home organization challenge. And you know this if you did the craft get organized challenge. It's easier to stay on task and easier to get it done when you do it with a friend or family member, just somebody. They don't even actually have to do it with you, but it's what we call going public. When you tell someone and ask them to hold you accountable, if you have a girlfriend or I don't know, boyfriend, whoever doing it alongside you, it's even better because you feel more motivated, inspired, and you can share your rewards together and do that kind of thing. But at least going public and having someone to hold you accountable is going to be important. But if you do want somebody to do it with you, have them hop onto the website and go to the home, or just go homeorganizationchallenge.com. That'll take you to the home organization page. Sign up so that they get on board, and we will start those classes. Again, they're 100% free. You do not have to buy the book to take the class. You will still get tons out of the class. This is going to be a little bit of a bonus, though. So homeorganizationchallenge.com, no credit card required. Put it on your Tuesday night schedule for 16 weeks, starting the 16th of June. And of course, I know the next question is going to be, will it be recorded? Do I have to do it on Tuesday night? It will be recorded so that you can go back and watch it if you cannot join us for the live. All right, my friends, thanks so much for being part of tonight's show. I will see you soonish, some Tuesday in the near future. Take care, everybody.